Hi, this is Debbie Baker. For those of you who watch me, I want to tell you how much I appreciate it. My, the guy who helps me produce these really appreciates you watching. Uh, and We'd love for you, anytime you see anything you like, to like, comment, and share. It just really helps. And right now, what I want to talk about is beneficiary designations. I had somebody recently call me and say, Mom died and she left all this money, and we can't find out if there are beneficiary designations. And the importance of beneficiary designations are when you don't have them, even on a bank account that has maybe $500 or $1,000 in it, nobody has access to that money without going to court. And court is not inexpensive, and beneficiary designations cost nothing. They might be inconvenient to set up because you have to go to your financial institution, and the person you're naming doesn't have to be with you. So here's what happens. You have an estate that could be $10,000 or $100,000 or $1 million, it doesn't matter. And you've got it equally divided between financial institutions or investment companies or something. And somehow your money in Bank A, when you open the account, you were either thinking of it or they asked you, who do you want to name as a beneficiary? And you named whomever you named. And the Bank B, which has the other 50% of your money, for some reason either didn't ask you or you weren't ready to do it at the time or whatever, and then you pass, and that money has to go through probate. And it could have been so easily avoided. So easily avoided. The first probate I handled, there was a substantial amount of money. It was under $1 million, but it was substantial. Half of it was beneficiary designated, half of it was not. And the family paid me almost 5 figures so they could get the other half that wasn't beneficiary designated. It took us months, and it was just a waste of time. The other thing I've learned about beneficiary designations, or what happens, is couples, married couples or not, will both be on a checking account or a savings account or whatever. And it doesn't occur to them to name somebody to get that money should both of them pass at the same time. So they both pass at the same time, and then that money is in limbo for the same reason as if you don't have a beneficiary. I would be thrilled if I got 3 phone calls a day and somebody said, Mom left money in the bank and I've been told there are beneficiaries. What do I do? I said, if that's all that Mom had, you bring them a death certificate, and the bank has to write checks in whatever proportion is on that designation, and you don't have to pay an attorney to do a thing. They cannot tell you if you're a beneficiary. If you call, I say, call it back and say, I'm Debbie Baker, I'm calling about, my husband's account. Am I a beneficiary? They can't tell me, they can't confirm I am or I'm not. And a death certificate will get that money distributed. And a lot of people pass, and really that's all they have. They don't own a home, and the only monies they have are in a checking or savings account or in an IRA or whatever. But any account you have, however large or small, please just go to the bank, find out what you need to do it. Some banks call them beneficiaries. Some banks call them payable on death. Investment companies call them transfer on death. And they are essential because when somebody dies, you want to be able to grieve. And if you want to call the lawyer just to say, what do I do next? Hopefully they're one with enough compassion to say, go away and grieve, call me in 6 months. There's nothing for you to do. We don't even need to talk about it now. And if your parent or your spouse had it set up correctly, just go grieve, because that's the most important thing. Cannot say enough how remiss, that's not fair, how much beneficiary designations, the importance of them gets overlooked. So on that light note, have a great day. Really appreciate it. Thanks.